in the Brave cage.
Nice show of heartfelt sportsmanship, Phil.
This is a fight a lot of people in the MMA community have been talking about. It's a fight a lot of people are very excited about. Nice sprawl from Powell.
Interesting little exchange there.
Saint-Denis needs to set those takedowns up. So it's clear where Saint-Denis wants to take this fight. But what a body kick. Trying to work his way inside. Good defensive work right in front of us from Paul Kiewicz in the white shorts. Benoit Saint-Denis in the black and green Venom shorts. Good work just to raise that level of Benoit Saint-Denis by Paul Kiewicz. See Kiewicz thinking about an ankle, but just a great wide base split from Paul Kiewicz.
Powell's showing his deep experience here. He can anticipate what his opponent's going to do and shut it off almost before it happens.
You can see again, he's trying to raise that level to bring Benoit Saint-Denis up to his height a little bit. Saint-Denis in on a single. Might switch to the high crotch. But good head position and work from Paul Kiewicz. Judo throw attempt from the judo black belt, Benoit Saint-Denis. Has a dangerous ground game too, BJJ purple belt, and as we've alluded to, 4 wins by way of submission 3 in the very first round. Benoit Saint-Denis, a former French Special Forces soldier. So he's not going to be fazed by being in the Brave arena. Oh, heavy strikes landed by Benoit Saint-Denis. Again, trying to get in on that takedown.
Once again, Benoit initiated that.
Is that a bottle in the cage? The referee needs to see that and get that right out of there.
The referee does need to. Somebody could step on that. It could drastically turn the course of the game. Once again,
good work by the referee.
Showing that experience, aware of everything going on around him.
But what presence of mind. How chilled out is Paul Kiewicz to be able to pick up the water bottle, point it out, pick it up, and hand it to the referee while Benoit Saint-Denis is trying to take him down.
That is the difference between a fighter who's got that many years experience versus one who's got 10 months experience.
He's got the hands clasped underneath, gets the takedown momentarily, but he's not able to keep Paul Kiewicz down. He's trying to hit that switch. Paul Kiewicz using the cage to get back up again.
Powell doing a good job of shutting it down, but should he try to fully stand, it's probably the most dangerous position in this sport in terms of being taken down again, as you can see.
There's the hands clasped around.
Illegal.
That was a little bit of veteran savvy right there.
Illegal and didn't work.
Big takedown from Benoit Saint-Denis. Paul Kiewicz has a hold of that neck. Needs to be wary that he's leaving himself open to a Von Flue choke should Benoit Saint-Denis transition into side control. You can see he was almost trying to set it up there, but looking for a Kimura now. Trying to dig in for that key lock. Decides to let it go and land heavy strikes. Paul Kiewicz doing the right thing by turning in, back up to his feet. May score a takedown of his own now.
Be interesting for us to see.
Big takedown from Paul Kiewicz.
Nice transition, got an arm around the neck, not in deep yet, but it could be.
Needs to watch out for the guillotine choke. Again, Benoit Saint-Denis trying to dig in and dive on that Kimura. But the beautiful thing about the Kimura, as we've discussed ad nauseum, is it's not just a grip for the submission. You can also use it to transition. You can also use it to sweep. It's a beautiful grip. Paul Kiewicz doing the right thing just by keeping the pressure on Benoit Saint-Denis. Just right in front of us in our commentary position. Paul trying to get off some strikes. He has that arm around the waist of Benoit Saint-Denis that's preventing Benoit Saint-Denis from getting out the back. It's keeping him exactly where Paul Kiewicz wants him. Very intelligent work. I think it's fair to call Paul Kiewicz a veteran. He may be 23 years old, but he's been a professional since 2013. I think it's a fair submission,
This man absolutely is a veteran, and he's showing it. Playing a nice, careful game, not posturing back in order to rain down blows. It might not land, will lose you position. At some point, he may try and pass that half guard, or he may be content to stay on top. Looks like he's trying to pass.
Oh, beautiful knee to the ribs. Just find a little bit of elevation. And nice, again, sitting in that half-guard position, but beautiful work from Benoit Saint-Denis to get out the back.
Phil, that was a fun round.
Yeah, that was frenetic, Carrick. You've seen Paweł Kilik coming out very strong from the outset. And we've seen the intention of Benoit Saint-Denis was to get Paweł Kilik to the ground, but Paweł Kilik showing that he's no slouch on the ground either by establishing dominant position and landing strikes.
Indeed, Phil, can you walk us through the replay?
You've seen Benoit Saint-Denis use his strikes to try and close the distance. Landed some beautifully hard kicks. Crisp boxing there from Paweł Kilik, doubled up on the jab. There's a little bit of veteran savvy from Paweł, the Polish prospect Kilik. Big takedown from Benoit Saint-Denis, but then Paweł Kilik with a huge takedown of his own. And from there, that's where you've seen Paweł Kilik really kind of establish his mark on the fight.
Tough round to score, Phil. What would you call it?
A really difficult round to score, but I would say that Paweł Kilik just edged that round with the late positional control on strikes.
I agree with you, Phil. If that last scramble had lasted another 3 or 4 seconds, I could have changed my mind, but it didn't.
Still all to play for going into the second round. Paweł Kilik just circling off to the left, his left side, the right side. So that's circling off to the correct side. It's the left side of Benoit Saint-Denis, moving away from the power hand, but he ate a kick there. Again, a huge kick to the body. Benoit Saint-Denis showing that he has a varied striking arsenal as well. Beautiful low leg kick, just as Benoit Saint-Denis was throwing hands, so he was off balance. Nice timing.
Phil, I'd like to see Saint-Denis just a little bit less aggressive, and I'd like to see his hands just a little higher. He's liable to a big looping shot over the top. And Paweł Kilik being such a good wrestler, he changes levels well. So he maybe jab to the head, change level, fake the takedown, and come over the top with an overhand. We've seen him do it before, the devastating effect. Benoit Saint-Denis taking the center now, trying to be the aggressor. Big swing and a miss from Benoit Saint-Denis. And then lands on the exit. Nice 1-2. Defends the takedown. Phil, you often see veterans do better in the second round because they're more able to quickly adapt to what their opponent's got. I think we're seeing a little bit of that here.
Benoit Saint-Denis looks calm and fresh in there. Perhaps looks a little bit fresher than Paweł Kilik. Nice jab to straight from Paweł Kilik. Benoit Saint-Denis with that southpaw stance. It means the punches are coming at awkward angles.
Kilik may be feeling the effects of that huge liver kick we saw early in the first round. That can last, the effects of that can last throughout an entire fight.
Needs to be wary of circling into that left hand. Needs to keep on his bike towards his left, the right-hand side of Benoit Saint-Denis.
We know how supremely conditioned the Polish prospect is. He is looking a little more tired than I'd anticipated.
But again, that's coming off a near year-long layoff. I think the mouth guard of Saint-Denis is out.
It did. Hopefully the referee noticed it. There is a break in the action. That's the correct moment to put the mouthpiece back in. Good call by the referee.
Stands him back up. Here we go. Oh, beautiful shot from Kilik. You just heard it thunder. Oh, and reply from Saint-Denis. This fight is fantastic.
Phil, that shot could have ended it.
What a chin from both men. Big shot, looked a little bit labored there from Saint-Denis. Kilik taking deep breaths. The mouth's a little bit open. That for me is usually a telltale sign that a fighter might be fatigued. And Saint-Denis opens up a cut underneath the left eye of Paweł Kilik.
Kilik is now visibly fading.
Nice work from Saint-Denis. May try and switch here for an anaconda or slip in for the guillotine choke. He's got the guillotine choke.
He's looking for it. His arms are in.
Could see a mounted guillotine here. This looks tight. If anything, the blood has the potential to make it even deeper.
Phenomenal job by the Polish prospect to escape that tight choke.
That is a lot of blood, gentlemen. Paul Kielik in on a takedown of his own. He has the hands connected, but just slips up the body, takes the back. I'd like to see him land some knees here to loosen up the thighs of Benoit Saint-Denis. Beautiful drag takedown by Paul Kielik.
Phil, the officials here are very, very careful. I do like to see fights get played out, but we may see a stoppage here to let a doctor examine the cut. Some cuts can be small and dangerous, and they can be huge and not dangerous. I can't see where the placement is exactly. I can't make any rough predictions.
I think it was just underneath the left eye of Paul Kielik, but it's really been opened up now, starting to gush. Benoit Saint-Denis in the closed guard, trying to isolate an arm. But Paul Kielik happy to land strikes. Nice posture from Paul Kielik.
Woo! End of round 2.
It's going to be interesting what the doctors make of that cut.
Doctors are going to have their hands full here.
And the fans here in Bucharest, Romania, they know a warrior when they see one. Giving both men a round of applause at the end of the second round. I think both men, is it both men are cut?
They are both cut.
Paul Kielik under the eye. The good thing about that cut is it's not above the eye, so it won't be bleeding into his eye. But the doctors are, we could potentially be seeing a stoppage here. They could be calling the fight on Benoit Saint-Denis' end. It seems like there's a long discussion going on in the corner. But here we see both men landing thunderous shots on one another. I think it's all over, Carrick. I think we're seeing a second round doctor stoppage.
As I said, a seemingly minor cut, even a cut under the eye, if it's exactly placed in the wrong position, can have lifelong health consequences, and the doctor responsibly will have to stop it. I believe that's what happened here. You can't just go by visuals. You can't just look over the eye. You can't just look for the size of the cut.